Hey YouTube, this is TheAdminShines here in the video, and today in this video I'm doing not a review, but just a possible spoiler video on The Walking Dead for The Walking Dead Season 10 finale, Episode 16. So this is just basically rumors that are going around. So these are possible spoilers, so I guess if you don't want spoilers, hopefully you haven't read any of this yet. But yeah, here we go. So, who? I don't know where this person would get all the answers from. I don't know if they work at AMC or whatever. I don't know how they would have seen the episode, but yeah. Who is the masked person who saves Aaron and Alden? A new character named Melody. So obviously then it's not Dwayne, because I don't know the theory, but Dwayne's kind of dumb because he's dead. Or Mercer. It's not Mercer. What's going on with the hospital escape plan? Lucas has a plan to use speakers and radios to attract hikers. They separate themselves in groups, each with a speaker in case the others don't. One reason why I think this might not be true is because it doesn't really talk much about Gabriel. Say much about Gabriel, but Gabriel does seem like he's like focus featured a lot in the episode. So I don't know. Maybe he's just not featured a lot in the episode. I don't know. Does anyone die? Yes. Beatrice from this Oceanside group is killed as they try to go through the hike through the zombies, uh, the walkers. Luke and his girlfriend are killed by Beta while trying to put on their speaker. So basically, Luke and Jules, it's saying maybe Luke takes Gabriel's comic death. I don't know. Or I think it does say Luke is hanging up when he sees something. He turns around to tell her uh, and to watch Beta snap his neck. He loses his balance and falls, and then Beta kills him. So yeah, that does seem like he takes Gabriel's comic death. And I don't know about the speaker idea. I guess they're trying to like put speakers around like things and then get the zombies to go away. Can you tell us more about Maggie? She shows up a few times. First in the beginning, or at the beginning, reading a note to tell about what happened with the Whispers, which we saw already. In the second place, we see her at Oceanside, where she meets Virgil from where she meets Virgil. He shows up and finds everyone out. Maggie and some new characters appear. She asks who he is, and he says he's a friend of Michonne. So in the end, she comes up with help to save everyone at the hospital. She's there with the same people as before. It was a group of Mag. Uh, it was a group of Maggie and the rest that Luke saw coming before he was killed. After the walkers are attended and everyone is reunited with Maggie, there's a tense moment that Maggie's hugging everyone and she sees Negan. She looks at Daryl, who says we need to talk. This is the last scene with these characters. Do we find out what happened to Connie? No. At some point after escaping the hospital, the group acts as a lookout while Luke does things, probably putting up the speakers if this is true. There are some lost walkers wandering around. Carol and Kelly see a walker who has hair and clothes similar to Connie. Carol starts to get close, but Kelly prevents her. He turns around and they see it's not Connie. Carol cries, having a little meltdown when Kelly hugs her. The scene is right before the death scene of Luke, I guess. What happens to Beta? After he kills Luke and the other girl, he sees Lydia and stalks her before he can kill her. Negan attacks him. They fight briefly before the arrival of Maggie's group, which makes Beta run away. Later, Aaron and Alden are with Melody, she's still wearing the mask, without saying anything. Walking through the woods to join the others. Suddenly, Beta runs to them and fight. And the fight starts. He throws the men around in the beginning, but Melody can fight him very well. So Aaron starts hitting him with the metal fist before using one of Melody's knives to cut Beta's throat. So they unmask him. Unmask him. Alden acknowledges him and he says he was a fan before he put an arrow in his head. Melody then unmasks and performs. I don't what arrow in his head. Oh, I guess he puts an arrow in his head so he doesn't turn. So I guess then they find out. I don't know, Melody. If Melody's a real character, this is kind of weird. What happens to Jean's mission? Do we know Stephanie? No, she doesn't show up, but some men with white armor and guns show up and surround them, telling them to drop their weapons. So that's obviously the Commonwealth. Did something good happen to the characters in the hospital? Outside of the opening footage, they are not shown much. There are some scenes that suspect the walkers are going in. A whisperer goes through the window to try to make it happen, but he is stopped by a dog and killed by Gabriel in front of the kids. How does the episode end? Instead of by a dog, it's by dog. How does the episode end? Eugene and others are taken to the camp where men and yeah. Anything else that stood out? When they are walking with the walkers, when they are almost out, a group of whispers come along the way. There is a stalemate before Lydia got ahead of wearing her mother's mask. The whispers got really scared about it, started talking loud. The hikers immediately ate all of them, and the walkers and passed. By the mother's mask, it's not like her face, like that Beta's wearing. The part of the face, it's like her just the mask that she would wear when she was alive. So I don't know if this is real. I guess it'd be kind of cool to see Luke and them die. Um, be a little sad. Jules is probably a setup character die. So even if this is not real, Jules will probably die. Maybe even not Luke, even if this isn't real. But the Melody character, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I like this too much, but whatever. If it happens, it happens. If you guys enjoy, subscribe, like for more, and bye. Peace out. It's mainly like a setup for episode 4, season 11, the Commonwealth and everything. Well, actually, probably not, but yeah, peace out.